Hi everyone, you doing well? You know when you've had 4 weeks off work, you kind of sort of get into a lazy frame of mind, don't you? Not 4 weeks, 4 months I think it is, yeah. I had 4 months off, not 4 weeks. 4 weeks is now. So I had 4 months off in the end, and now I'm back at work, but not the same company, different company. And I'm just coming to the end of my first week with this new company. Yeah, tired, really tired. Getting back in the afternoon, trying to watch a bit of news, and then poof, just falling asleep. But a healthy sleep. It's a healthy sleep, isn't it? You're tired. You can't stay awake because the news is a bit boring, and you end up not enough. But it's a really good feeling, isn't it? That kind of tiredness, and that's what I missed, and that's why I went back looking for another job, even though I didn't need to work. I like working, and if my health holds out, I'm hoping I can get to 67. And if not, I'll have to leave when I'm 65, which is another 2 years. But I'm really enjoying working for this new company. There's a lot to learn. I'm putting through my rigours, and learning new legislation and everything, but I'm really enjoying it. And I missed it, you see. See, a lot of people can't understand why I've gone back to work. My cousin Stephen, he left work a long time ago, and he can't understand why I'm going back. And I try to explain it this way. I say, look, Stephen, you don't sleep at night, do you? In fact, you hardly sleep at all. I says, and that's because you're not expending no energy. Nothing at all. I said, but when you work during the day and you've got up early, you've travelled to a job, you're in a nice brand new van, there's something very powerful about that. You can stop and have a brew in the motorway services. You can do what you like. But there's something really powerful about it. You're the master of your own destiny. You're planning your day. Yes, you've got a workload because your company sent it to you on your PDA or whatever, or your phone or your laptop or whatever it is. So you know what you've got to do. But your experience tells you that you can have that done, whacked off really early in the afternoon and drive home. But you just got to be prepared to get out of bed early in the morning. Don't be afraid to get out of bed early. It's all part of the reward at the end of the day, in the afternoon when you can go home. Instead of being stuck in the peak traffic, fighting your way to get home, you can actually be leaving the site round about 2 o'clock in the afternoon to get home. And that's what I miss. That's why I've gone back to being an engineer. And tomorrow I think I'm in Lichfield. It's only about 2 hours or something like that from where I live here. And today I was at Vauxhall Motors in Ellesmere Port. And I just missed that rapport with all the other engineers and the clients, having the banter. It's all that banter that I missed. And so when I was off for 4 months, I was really sort of depressed that I wasn't working. I think you understand what I mean by that, don't you? You get into a rut, you get into a spiralling mini depression almost, because you're so used to working. And when you're not working, you just feel useless. You don't feel like you don't feel like a man. But now I'm back working, I feel mighty again, and proud. And I'm looking forward to different challenges and overcoming those obstacles, as an engineer. At the moment, I'm just upstairs in my bedroom on my new computer, and I've just set up my Rode mic. So I do hope that the sound's coming through good. And I'm using my YOLO Live Cam S3, which I've just plonked on top. Brilliant. But I've just been looking at the news, and UK politics at the moment, it's just in shambles, isn't it? I can't see how Keir Starmer can carry on. He's a useless prick, isn't he? For giving his support to someone that he hadn't really tested out. He never did no background check on him. And wouldn't it have been enough to have not appointed him when you knew that Peter Mandelson had a friendship with a known paedophile, Jeffrey Epstein? At that point there, if you was the PM, you'd say, hang about, that's a red flag, that. Even if he's saying to me he's not holding that friendship now with him, they're no longer friends, still a red flag, isn't it? And certainly you wouldn't have put him at the top of the list to be the ambassador in the United States for all English matters. It absolutely stinks of high-level corruption. But you know what? It's Revelation, isn't it? It's the book of Revelation. Revelation is saying that we would all be made to see things more clearly. That's what Revelation means, a revealing. And I just feel as if there's a lot more revealing to go on yet. And it even might be revealing of your former religion. We may find things out about the Jehovah's Witnesses that we never knew before, and that are quite shocking. We just don't know. And that's because it's revelation, baby. And that's a good thing to begin with. But later on, not so good, because it means that we're all going to be accountable, aren't we, to a supreme judge. Not a man-made judge, but a messianic judge, in the form of Jesus Christ as King of God's Messianic Kingdom. That's the judge. But I don't mind. I don't mind being judged by that. I don't like being judged by humans, because humans make so many mistakes, and I don't think that they have the right to judge another human when they make so many mistakes themselves. But being judged by non-human sources in the form of a messianic judge, yeah, give me that any day. I will definitely be more happy with that than any human judge. So there you go. Oh, I'm glad I had that nap earlier. It's done me the world of good. Does anybody do any power napping? A lot of people say you should do a bit of power napping. That's really, really good for you. You know, small little sleeps, like do about 12 of them in a day or something like that. Just shut your eyes for about 10 minutes at a time. But I can't do that because, you know, it puts me into a bit of a slumber state, doesn't it? And I've got to drive home after that, so I can't do that. But they say, oh, Martin, you're missing the point. The power nap, right, it adds to your energy level, and you don't feel tired because you've had a 10-minute power nap here, a 10-minute one there, and it all comes together like that, and it sort of props you up, and it sustains you, keeps you going. And I never looked at it like that, but I think they might be right. Maybe there is something in that. Anyway, I hope this video's come out all right. Look a bit pasty, don't I? Well, like I say, I'm only using the one light. I could bring a portable light in and increase the lighting and make it look a bit nicer, but I am too tired today. So we'll leave it for that. I'll see you.